because it is such an important skill, we are going to review a little bit of fractions using mixed numbers and improper fractions. We'll look at a visual model and then we'll move on to some models with just fractions written in numerical form. Here, it's asking me, what mixed number is shown below? Remember to count wholes first and then parts. In this case, I can see that I have two boxes that are shaded entirely. So I have 1, 2. Two holes. Here, I have a box that is not completely shaded. I only have one part shaded. And I can see that there are 3 parts. This hole is divided into 3. So I know that there are 3 parts, and I have one of them. This then becomes 2 1/3 as a mixed number, where I have a whole number paired with a fraction. Then it tells us, now crank it up. Multiply the denominator times the whole number. Add the numerator. The denominator stays the same because it's the number of parts to a whole. What I'm going to do now, using these steps, I'm first going to write my improper fraction here just because it's good practice. So as it says, I multiply the denominator 3 times the whole number. So it's 3 times 2. That gives me 6. Add the numerator. My numerator is 1. 6 plus 1 equals 7. The denominator stays the same because it's the number of parts to a whole. These wholes have 3 parts. So my new improper fraction for this problem becomes 7/3. Let's look at a few more examples. What mixed number is shown below? Again, I'm going to count how many I have that are complete. These two are complete wholes. We have 1 and 2. Now I see that I have 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, as a mixed number, I'm going to write 2, and then I have 1 out of 6 pieces. 1/6. That is my mixed number, as it says here. Now I'm going to convert it into an improper fraction. I need to remember, multiply the denominator times the whole number. My denominator is on the bottom, my whole number is to the side. So I have 2 times 6 equals 12. Then I add the numerator. 12, here's my numerator, plus 1 equals 13. The denominator stays the same, so my denominator will continue to be 6. My improper fraction then becomes 13/6. We're going to skip this problem and jump to some of the more difficult problems that are just numerical values. We're going to write a number, or write each of the mixed numbers below as an improper fraction. So I need to remember, my first step is to multiply the denominator by the whole number. So we have 7 times 4, that equals 28. I then add that to the numerator. 28 plus 1 equals 29. The denominator stays the same, which gives me 29/7. Let's do another one. Multiply the denominator by the whole number. 3 times 7 equals 21. Add that number to the numerator. 21 plus 2 equals 23. And then I'm going to write the fraction with this on top and the same denominator. 23/3. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go into another problem. However, this time we will have an improper fraction, and we will need to represent that as a mixed number. Here we have 18/5. In this case, I'm going to do the opposite of what I did before. I'm going to now divide 18 by 5. Now in this case, I'm not going to get very far without knowing my multiplication facts. I know that 5 does not go into 1. And I know 5 does go in to 18 3 times because 5 fits into 15. I subtract, and that leaves me with 3. When I have a remainder, that is what goes in my numerator for my mixed number. The quotient up on top gives me the whole number. So I have 3. The denominator stays the same. And 3/5. Let's try another one. 37/7. I'm going to set it up so that I divide my numerator by my denominator. I have 37 divided by 7. 7 does not go into 3, so I can put a 0. 7 does go into 37, but I'm going to have to check and see how many times. I'm going to guess and check. 7 times 4 gives me 28. I can add more. I know there's almost a space of 10 between these two numbers, a difference of 10. So I know I can add at least 7 more. So 7 times 5. That gives me 35. That is the closest I will get because the difference now is only 2. 37 minus 5 equals 2. Again, my remainder is going to be my new numerator, and my quotient is my whole number. So we have 5 and 2/7 as our mixed number. And I forgot to box my answer over here. Now, any of these problems that you see here would be excellent practice to follow up. While you do not have this worksheet, you can practice on a scratch piece of paper 17/3, 61/9. Convert those into mixed numbers. Similarly, you can practice these here. Pause the screen, convert 3 and 1/3 into an improper fraction, 12 and 1/2, 9 and 5/9, 4 and 13/15. All of these problems are things that you can practice pausing the screen on a scratch piece of paper. So you have a few more problems. Here's another set. You can convert these into improper fractions. And if you would like to attempt this problem here, that's another one that I will put here so you can pause the screen and attempt at home.